What's up everyone, this is FB Sticks. Today I'm going to be bringing you some more Go Battle League matches here in the Ultra League. I'm going to be honest, Ultra League has actually been going really well for me. I know there's a lot of people out there struggling in Ultra League, especially with how expensive the meta is to have to build like a Cresselia or a Registeel or a Giratina, as these are some of the top most performing Pokemon in Ultra League. But the team that I'm going to bring you today, I've been using this team pretty much non-stop for the past like 2 or 3 days. And I've pretty much only gone positive with it. I've actually had 3 different 5-0 sets, and my rating is currently 2667. So once the leaderboard updates today, I think this is actually going to put me in the top 100 in the world, which is amazing, because as of the end of Great League, I was not there yet. But the selfish part of me wanted to kind of keep this team a secret and not make a video on it so I could continue to kind of increase my rank. But I know some of you guys are out there struggling in Ultra League, and so I want to be able to help you out a little bit as well. Some forewarning with this team. First of all, I did not come up with this team. I saw this team in 2O Butters' Twitch stream one day. Shout out to 2O Butters. He's another content creator. You can check him out on Twitch. Really talented battler. And I saw him using this team of Escavalier, Snorlax, and Lapras. And I was like, man, that is a really interesting team. There's no Reggie in there. There's no Giratina in there. There's no Cresselia or Swampert in there. So this is like pretty freaking off meta. And a pretty spicy team for sure. Escavalier as the lead, I think, is really what makes this team function so well, because you're going to really be able to keep both Giratina and Registeel in check, as well as having play against some other neutral matchups like Swampert. There is some play there. There is some play against Articuno as well. You will notice that this team has a huge weakness to like a Poliwrath in the back would be really bad, or even an opposing Escavalier in the back is really challenging to deal with. I've also been running into more Obstagoon lately, and this team struggles against that as well. So I'm just going to let you know right off the bat, this team is not the easiest to use. But both Snorlax and Lapras are fairly flexible Pokemon, and what you're going to see happen a lot here is when I switch in Snorlax, so I'm essentially using Snorlax as a safe swap. If I run into a bad lead with Escavalier in the beginning, I'm just going to swap into Snorlax. And what you're going to notice is that most people like to bring out their Registeel against Snorlax. And you can actually just go straight Earthquake in that matchup as long as you shield up the Focus Blast. Most Regis are going to throw Focus Blast at you on the first move. So if you're able to shield that up, most Registeels just let the Earthquake go through. And then sometimes you can even flip back switch advantage. But what that does is once you bait out the Registeel, your Lapras is essentially free to roam around in the back. And Lapras has a lot of really solid neutral matchups if the Registeel is gone. Again, if there's a fighter in the back, you're kind of screwed, but I hope maybe this team will help you find a breakthrough in your Ultra League battles. Obviously, Cresselia, Giratina, Swampert, Registeel, these are the top Pokemon in Ultra League, so this team is getting pretty far off meta, but it's been working for me. So the secret is out. I'm sure people are going to start hard countering this team now when they run into me, but that is okay. If this video helps even one person out there, I know you guys appreciate it. So Lapras on Cresselia. Especially when shields are down, Ice Beam is the way to go here. Ice Beam is just slightly more energy efficient than Surf. I'm going to bring out my Escavalier here, and all I need to do is land a Mega Horn. But they did get the attack debuff, which really sucks. I was expecting the Swampert to come back in, so I held onto my energy, cleared my debuff. I'm able to take out the Swampert. This Cresselia has to throw. They can't store back-to-back charge moves. It's also a Grass Knot, which is pretty interesting. Man, the number of Grass Knot Cresselias I encountered when I was filming these battles was kind of insane. I was like, what the heck is going on here? But good game there. Escavalier into Registeel, you love to see it. Lapras needs to avoid this at all costs. So I immediately switch my Lapras into the Swampert. Swampert with an energy advantage is actually kind of difficult to deal with for Lapras. because the earthquake damage is absolutely nuts. So what I start to do after some of these matches is shield up the first charge move from Swampert, because it's always going to be an earthquake. There's no way in heck that anyone is going to bait you at full health with a hydro cannon. So I would recommend shielding the first move from Swampert. This is going to put you in just a slightly better scenario, because you're going to see at this point I'm going to have to match shields, and Swampert is just so fast at getting to these charge moves. But I'm able to regain or maintain switch advantage. Out comes Registeel. If this Reggie tries to just lock on farm me, good luck, man. Lapras has so much HP. That's what makes it so bulky. So I'm going to be able to hit another Surf. And this Registeel is almost just in Drill Run plus counter range. It actually definitely is right now. So this is really great for me. Obviously going to bring out Escavalier here. A Focus Blast will not one-shot me. It's only going to hit for neutral damage. I'm expecting them to swap, but they're staying in here. Probably going to throw a Flash Cannon, so I will shield it up. Now I'm expecting them to switch out. It's Cresselia in the back. So I definitely could have I could have thrown a Mega Horn on the Cresselia first, but as you can see, Snorlax is actually going to be able to handle Cresselia decently well here. The lick damage is super effective, and Body Slam is a great move. You get stab on it as well. Snorlax is ridiculously bulky. So I'm just chipping away at this Cresselia. Let's see if does the Cresselia want to shield a Body Slam, or are they going to save the shield for a possible Mega Horn in the back? We're going to have to see. They get the attack debuff on me, but Cresselia can't Psycho Cut me down. I have energy stored on my Escavalier. I just need that last shield gone. They're holding on to it. They switch in Registeel, and I'm staying in here for some reason. Oh, I think this is what lost me the match. This is definitely what lost me the match. Why am I staying in here? My Snorlax is debuffed. And they still have a shield. So I should have just switched into my Escavalier to farm it down, because now I'm not going to have enough energy to throw 2 charge moves. I think this is what lost me the match. Yeah, oh, such a bummer. I had everything aligned perfectly, but I stayed in there with my Snorlax for no good reason at all and lost the game. Good game there. Escavalier into Giratina. Really bad. Gonna immediately switch into Snorlax, but we know that Lapras is going to be able to handle this in the back as well, so. And they are staying in here, which is pretty interesting. Throwing a Dragon Claw, it just really doesn't do that much damage. Out comes Empoleon. This is kind of strange. This is really great because Lapras gets to avoid it. Again, since my opponent doesn't really know what I have in the back, people tend to bring out Steel types into Snorlax, which makes sense because they want to avoid Escavalier. But this just allows my Lapras to roam free. I'm up a shield, gonna bring out Escavalier. These Hydro Cannons are going to hurt. I'm going to tank the first one just to gauge how much damage it does. Oh man, that is no joke. I'm going to throw this Drill Run. Let's see if they want to double shield Empoleon. Nope, they're going to let it go. I still have 2 shields. Out comes Giratina. I'm going to switch into my Lapras. What is in the back? They're staying in with their Giratina, so maybe it's a Swampert in the back. Maybe it's a Gyarados in the back. Who knows? All I know is, oh, I remember this match. I still have 2 shields, and it's a Togekiss. So these 2 shields are going to be absolutely worthless. I think I should have went for Surf here. Yep, because it gets shielded up anyways. The charm damage is so obnoxious to deal with. I'm barely able to get to this second Surf. But if I would have baited with Surf in the first place, I would have been able to throw an Ice Beam. Oh, I'm going to lose with 2 shields. Feels so bad. Good game. I think the second set in this video is where you see a nice clean 5-0 sweep, so make sure to stick around for that. Really good plays in there. Again, they switch in their Swampert, and so I'm going to switch in my Lapras, and I shield up this first Earthquake. Okay, this puts me just in a safer position now. Just going to go straight Surf here and see if they want to mirror my shields. They're going to let that go. I know I'm going to get hit by an Earthquake. That's fine. I do want to leave this matchup with some stored energy. It's fine getting hit by an Earthquake. Have a lot of energy here, but Swampert is so fast to get those Hydro Cannons. Don't want to risk getting hit by that. So they let it go. Out comes Reggie again. I am down a shield, but I have switch advantage, which is very important, especially when you need to align Registeel with your S-Cavalier. So I'm totally fine with this shield deficit. So gonna bring out S-Cavalier onto this Regi. They're staying in, so I'm gonna throw this drill run, see if I get a shield here. I do get a shield. Focus Blast again, it's not gonna one-shot me, so I'm gonna let this go through. Oh, it's another Charmer in the back, man. This team does struggle against Charmers in the back, especially if it's Togekiss. S-Cavalier does not have any play against Togekiss because both of its moves, all of its moves are double resisted, which is pretty obnoxious. So Granbull, I was possibly expecting a close combat there, but I'm going to totally farm down the Granbull and have so much energy to throw on the Regi. I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake. I don't even want to bait here. I just want to get damage off. I do get the last shield. Really good for me. This Registeel is trying to farm me down, but I'm able to get to the Earthquake because Snorlax has so much HP. Heck yeah, Snorlax. Good game there. Alright, I think in this set now is where I go 5-0. Going up against Ventusky, who's a very talented battler. Zangoose. I'm going to be hitting for super effective with my counters. So this is a decent matchup. Out comes the Swampert again. Okay, but this time since I'm slow to the swap, I'm going to throw a Mega Horn first. Because I want to maintain switch advantage, and now I can bring in Lapras and guarantee that I will have switch advantage. I can farm this down. I will have some energy to threaten that Zangoose because I know it's going to be coming back in. I'm expecting the Zangoose. Oh, it's Cresselia. Okay. So now I know that my Snorlax is going to be aligned with that Zangoose eventually, which is not great because Lick is going to be double resisted. Luckily, the Shadow Claw damage from Zangoose is going to be double resisted, but Zangoose has access to Night Slash and Close Combat. Close Combat is going to hit Snorlax for so much damage. They still have 2 shields here. They're saving 2 shields for Zangoose. They cannot Psycho Cut down my Lapras. It's just too bulky. There goes the Moonblast. I'm going to bring out Snorlax here and totally farm this down with Lick. He did not want that to happen, so which is smart because it would have put my Snorlax in an amazing position. At this point, I'm daring him to close combat me. It's just a Night Slash. I can handle that. Looks like he might have been lagging a little bit. Going to throw another Body Slam here. I get the second shield. We are looking really good here. Going to throw another Body Slam. Again, I'm daring him to close combat me because it's going to drop his defense. I have 2 shields. I dare you to close combat me. It's another Night Slash. This is totally fine. I dare you to close combat me. It's still a Night Slash. So this is totally fine. I'm going to bring out S-Cavalier, and S-Cavalier with 2 shields is just going to take this game. I was debating like countering down that Cresselia, which would have been hilarious, but I'm able to counter down the Zangoose and we win with 2 shields. Good game. Going up against Time Cop here. S-Cavalier in the Shift Tree. Amazing matchup. Lapras needs to avoid this. Oh, it's a Typhlosion. So, okay. Debatable move here, bringing in Snorlax. Could have possibly brought in Lapras. Especially since Lapras is a little bit less flexible than Snorlax. So if there's a Registeel in the back, I'm going to be a little bit worried. I actually do end up shielding that first Blast Burn just because I want to guarantee switch advantage. Snorlax does double resist the Shadow Claw damage, which is great, but these Blast Burns are no joke. So I'm over farming a lot here. I want to have some stored energy. They let the Typhlosion go. Okay, out comes Shift Tree again. These Body Slams are no joke. I wonder if the Shift Tree is going to try to snarl me down. I don't think they can, but they are going to bank a lot of energy. So I have to let this go. S-Cavalier is going to come out, do a lot of work to this. If there is a Registeel in the back, we are going to be in a world of hurt here. Probably a foul play because I double resist Leaf Blade. Okay, they were trying to bait me, but that did not work. Charizard in the back. They're running double fire. What the heck? Double fire. Shift Tree, double fire. So S-Cavalier is quaking in its boots right now. does not want to go up against Charizard at all. So I guess it's good that I saved my Lapras for the end. I got very fortunate here. I am out of shields. I'm going to be hit by a Blast Burn. This is not good. I need to get another Surf off on this Charizard. I should survive this Blast Burn right here. This is going to be a very close game. Oh my gosh. Barely able to get to this Surf. This is going to be enough to take out the Charizard. And then I need to get my Escavalier. Okay, actually that was it. Good game. Double fire? Double fire, man. Oh, jeez. Good game. Really good lead. Lapras needs to avoid this. Anytime I see a Registeel, that's kind of what goes through my head. They're staying in. Out comes Gyarados, so I'm going to bring in Lapras. Now, I've used Gyarados as a safe swap a lot, so I kind of understand how this matchup plays out. But I'm just going to go straight Surf here to try to put on some shield pressure and just guarantee that I'm going to maintain switch advantage. Because if an Ice Beam goes shielded up, it's a little bit riskier for me. My Lapras has decent PvP IVs, I think. I don't know. Again, in Ultra League, I just kind of use shiny Pokemon. My IVs aren't that great. But since I was relatively fast on the switch in, I should be able to farm down this Gyarados perfectly. Awesome. Out comes Reggie again. I'm going to be able to get a Surf off on this. Reggie's not going to be able to farm up too much energy off my Lapras because I left it with such low health. I'm in a great position here. I think I have a Drill Run stored. I win CMP against Registeel. Let's see if they want to shield this. They do want to shield it. Fine by me. Okay, they bait me with Flash Cannon. Good play. I didn't need to shield that. But the fact that they shielded their Reggie kind of leads me to believe they might have a Cresselia in the back, which I would like my Escavalier for that. And the fact that they're staying in here, they got something that's weak to Escavalier in the back. They double bait me. Okay, this is kind of a strange play. I bank up all that energy, and now I'm just going to be able to get my Snorlax on this Giratina, which is really great for me. They go for Shadow Sneak. That might have been a misclick, because it's double resisted, along with these Shadow Claws, double resisted. Snorlax has to go for the Earthquake here, because Body Slam just isn't going to do that much damage. Body Slam's going to be double resisted, so you can see Earthquake does a decent chunk, but honestly, it's the fast move damage of Lick that really puts on the pressure in this matchup here. So I can totally farm this down and then dump an Earthquake on Registeel, but I still have loaded energy on my Escavalier, and I'm going to win CMP, so this is a very solid win here. There's the switch into Registeel, but I knew it was coming, and Body Slam should be enough to take it out at this point. Actually not, and then Reggie dumps this energy. Fine by me. I'm going to be able to come in, counter this down, throw Drill Run onto the Giratina, and that'll be a good game. Super solid. Good game there. All right. Oh, and the timer came up. Jeez, these Ultra League battles take forever. Escavalier into Lapras. This is great. I resist the Ice Shard damage, but Surf is going to be hitting for neutral, and Escavalier is kind of frail. I think I'm going to let this first one go through. Man, that does a decent chunk. That's no joke. They're staying in here, so I'm going to throw a Mega Horn and just see if they want to shield this. I'm pretty sure this would... Okay, barely does not take out the Lapras. Man, in the Zero Shield, it looks like Lapras actually wins this. Oh my gosh, that was such a risky no shield. Wow. And then out comes what looks to be Armored Mewtwo? Yeah, I was not going to be able to get to a Mega Horn, so at least I get a little bit of chip damage off. Going to bring out Snorlax because, again, the Lick damage is going to be hitting for super effective. If they're running Dynamic Punch, this is a little scary, but it's just a Psy Strike. Still does a lot of damage. Once that new update comes out on iOS, I've heard that overtapping is fixed, so I will be a little bit more inclined to run Pokemon with forward turn fast moves like Mewtwo. Wow, they double shield that. It's a Charizard in the back. I should have just switched into Lapras right away, because all I need to do is land a Surf. I'm just staying in here with Snorlax. Wow, oh my gosh, barely able to get off this Body Slam. Charizard almost completely farmed me down. Dude, Snorlax put in so much work. Did you see that? Snorlax essentially took out Mewtwo and took out Charizard. My gosh, good game. That was insane. Snorlax is a beast, you guys. This is a favorable lead for me. However, if they do want to play this out into further shielding scenarios, it gets a little bit more sketch. but I tend to go straight for Mega Horn here. And they're going Future Sight, which, as you can see, it's really only going to take 2 Future Sights plus the subsequent Psycho Cut damage to take me out. And they shield here, which is very interesting. This kind of makes me worried that there might be a Registeel in the back. So I'm going to shield this up, and it is another Future Sight. Thank goodness I caught that. I'm over farming here, and now I'm going to throw the Mega Horn. Let's see if they want to preserve their Cresselia. Oh man, okay. Not enough to take it out. Cresselia is so bulky. At this point, I'm going to let Escavalier go. But then they give up switch advantage and switch into Alolan Muck. I was not able to get off a Drill Run, which sucked. Alolan Muck with banked energy is a little scary. I'm able to sneak in an extra Ice Shard there, which is great. They go for the heavy hitting move right off the back. Great play. I'm just going to go for Surf here. Let's see how they want to play this. Oh man, they don't shield. It's always riskier going for the Ice Beam, because if they do shield, that's more energy that is wasted. So you kind of just have to kind of read your opponent and see how they want to play it out. At this point, wow, I'm going to let this go, huh? It's only a Dark Pulse, and now I'm going to bring in Snorlax to get a jump start on energy. It's kind of a bold no shield on my part there. Oh, it's Registeel in the back. Come on, Snorlax. I'm going straight Earthquake here. I think in the one shield, you can go straight Earthquake, and they just let it go through, so that's great for me. I'm expecting this to be a Focus Blast, and I correctly shielded. This puts me in a really great scenario, because as you can see, the lick damage is adding up so much. It's going to be a Focus Blast, but I can tank it. And I can just go for Body Slams here. Out comes the Cresselia again. Do they want to shield the Cresselia, or do they want to shield Snorlax? Or the Registeel? That's the question. Alright, they let it go down. And we're going to be able to take out that Reggie. Good game. So I was able to go 5-0 in that last set, and I've also had a couple other 5-0 sets with this team. Let me know what you think of it. It is not easy to use, but props to you if you can make it work. And again, shout out to 2-0 Butters, who I first saw use this team. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.